Hello, everyone. My name is Chantel Mosby, and it is great to have you with me today. I want to talk to you a little bit about my journey and how I got started. You may be visiting my channel right now because I help teachers and educators and even just people in general be able to live a free life and to do things that they love to do by teaching or working online. So I want to tell you a little bit how I got started and where I am today. So I started teaching English as a second language online, working for a few companies that are not based in the United States, and I hated it. Oh my goodness, I hated it. I it wasn't so much of the kids, but it was the rules and the policies, and you have to wake up on their time and their schedule. And I was not happy at all. Some companies wanted you to act like a clown more than yourself and be happy and chipper and all of that. But we all know that it takes way more than smiles and red lipstick and all of those things to actually teach a child. So what I started doing is I moved myself or removed myself from teaching so much for the other companies. And during that time, while other teachers were teaching online for other companies, I would set my clock at 5 o'clock in the morning still, but it was not to teach students. Instead, it was to start building my own curriculum, doing the research that I needed to do, get my pricing together, and all of that. Now, did it take some sacrifice and dedication? Of course, because we must invest in ourselves. If you don't do it yourself, who in the world is going to do it? Okay. So I preach this. I would post in Facebook and tell other educators, hey, you instead of stressing out about what that company is doing to you, what they're not doing to you, and all of that, and how they're not treating you fairly, or you're burnt out and you're tired. Instead, I said, hey, start building your own. Start teaching for yourself. Okay. So that's what I started doing. And from there, I actually registered my online school and all of that stuff. We can talk about that later. But I want to tell you where I am today. So a few years ago, I started doing ESL. Then I started teaching kids privately reading and writing. Also, went to another platform where I was allowed to, that actually does the marketing for you. And then I was able to teach on their platform and give them a percentage of what I made. I did very good with that. However, I didn't want to give anyone a percentage of anything that I made because I was the one that did the work. However, we'll talk a little bit more about it, but you can find platforms that allow you, they'll take out 20 or 30%, which you just have to do the weigh the pros and the cons with that. And I'll talk about that on another video. But on this video, I want to tell you that online and me being dedicated and committed to what I wanted to teach, who I wanted to teach, and what time I wanted to teach has allowed me to be able to travel, and not only to just travel, but also to relocate to a whole nother country. It has opened up doors that I would have never imagined. Like I said, I stepped out on faith, take that huge leap of faith, and that's what you can do. And do what you want to do. Do what matters most to you. Do the things that you're passionate about. I was not passionate about teaching those children from another country. For one, I just didn't want other people who I felt didn't appreciate us and didn't appreciate the U.S. to get ahead of us. That was just my reason for one. And then the other reason was I wanted to help people that actually looked like me, that either actually looked like me or that had a strong desire of learning English, that wanted a strong desire that whether they look like me or not, they appreciated me as an educator and they treated and respected me according to that as an educator and not anything else. So it worked out. I have international students still, but they are where I want them to be. Some are in the US, some are in Canada, some are in Africa. And so I am happy, some are even in Kuwait. So I have students everywhere and I'm happy about that. But more so, I am so happy with what the online setting has allowed me to do, and that is to relocate to Africa. Yes, I'm here right now in my place in Africa. And as long as you have Wi-Fi, that's the most important thing. Get your internet connection going and all of that. You can teach or you can work from basically anywhere in the world too. Okay. So I want to encourage you today to think about it. Just take a moment to think about what it is that you want to do. If it's not teaching, it's something else that can be done online, whether it's coaching, consulting, or whatever it could be. A lot of people do web designing, all of that. You can do it, but I need you to start now. So even on top of that, not only am I able to teach online, but I was given the opportunity to actually bring my American program into a school based in Africa. Now, how cool is that? To think about working, getting up at 5 in the morning and working on your own design and curriculums and things like that, that someone loved it enough to where they want you to not only use your curriculum, American curriculum, but they also want you to run it in the new school. So I'll talk a little bit more about that. But the biggest thing is I want you to step out and take that leap. Again, I am able to use my programs. I also used to have summer camp programs in the US. Now I'm able to offer those in Africa too, and still teach online and still do everything I love to do. We stay 5 minutes down the street from the beach. So we're at the beach just about every day. There's pools, there's the locals here, and we absolutely love it. Right now, Tanzania is 7 hours ahead, I'm sorry, of Eastern Standard Time. So I have to adjust my schedule. So I did that simply by now I teach my students in the evening. I used to teach in the morning or at noon at East Coast time. And now I just basically teach at night for my time. And that works for my other students as well. And I just adjusted my time. I used to be a morning person. I'm still a morning person, but now we do everything during the daytime here in Africa, and then we come home in the evenings, and then I start teaching again online. Also, not only do we have a home in one country in Africa, but we also have a home in another part of Africa as well. So you will be watching, I'll give you some updates on where we are, whether we're in East Africa or whether we're in West Africa and what is going on at that time. And so I'm just happy that God has allowed me to move forward and expand, and you can do the same thing too. You can still live your dreams. You can do what you want to do, and you can still, like I said, you can just teach online or meet the people that your clients, the people that you are drawn to, they're also drawn to you. God has granted us great favor as well in West Africa, where we have another home is located at, and where my American program is being incorporated. There is a humongous school that's being built where they'll have a dual program there. And so I'll be updating you on that. I also had been asked to have my summer camp program the same as I was having in the US there, which is great. And in East Africa, I am basically teaching online and enjoying the sun and the beach and the low cost of living. Cost of living is much cheaper here. And so we're just able to do so much more, and we're able to travel a lot. And I absolutely love it. And I hope that you will step out on faith. I hope that this will encourage you, that you can do the same wherever you want to live at, wherever you want to visit. You set your time. So right now, my schedule here in Tanzania, I told you I teach starting at 7:30 in the evening here. And I only teach though Sundays through Thursdays, and I have my Fridays and my Saturdays off. Before I was doing Mondays through Thursdays only, but some of my students were not available during that time, so I had to open up my Sundays as well, but it works for me. So whatever days of the week or the weekend that works for you, you set that, and then you give your parents that schedule, that time slot that you're open or the days that you're open, and they'll work. And then if you have to have some kids that are not available on certain days, just kind of change it. I love teaching on Sundays because it's like the beginning of the week for me. I'm burnt out by Thursday evening. That's just me, because I want my Fridays and I want my Saturdays to myself all day with my family. Fridays is my planning days, my creative days, creative thinking days. Sundays is more relaxed days, so I have a lot of fun with my students online. I do teach kids 101 curriculum back in the U.S., Common Core curriculum. And then I also teach English as a second language for kids still. So some kids do both, some only do one of those. And then I also have my group classes where I teach writing and reading. And that's a really good, quick income as well with that program that I do. So you have a lot of options to choose from, but the biggest thing is I took online on to Africa, and I am so happy that I took the leap of faith a few years ago. So I want you to start now. Start planning today and just think about where you want to live. Who knows where I will be connecting at next time and letting you know where we are residing. But for now, I come to you from East Africa, and I'll be showing you some videos and some things like that of East Africa and West Africa. And I want to encourage you to find your niche and what that is and your passion, and maybe the students that you want to teach. Stick with that age group, stick with that subject, focus on building curriculum, research. You can join a lot of teacher groups, join groups on Facebook that are within that subject or that grade level or what have you. Also, I want you to follow me on my other channel where I have even more updates regarding where we are in our journey called Mo Chantel. So that is Mo, my husband is Mo, and I'm Chantel, or the reverse of Chantel Mosby. Okay, so look for me on my other channel as well, Mo Chantel, and I have that down. I'll add that as well in the description box below. And I encourage you to just step out on faith and do it and enjoy life. Okay, we have to enjoy life now, not later, but enjoy it right now. You can do the exact same thing that I did as well, and you can make it. We absolutely love it here. We love the freedom here. We love the people, the locals here, and we just love being able to make things work, and it's working out for me, and it can work out for you too. All right, everyone. Bye bye.